Alrighty, talk about the Wednesday night Darlington race there. I don't even know the name of it. I think it's called Darlington 310 or something like that. I really wish they would have run another 400-mile race. I think that would have been better. I don't like the deal with a set rule of tires, because pretty much everybody in there right now can run as many tires they want, but it is what it is with that. The race started out, Clint Boyer looking really strong in that number 14 car. That's the best race I've seen him run in years and years. We'll talk about him a little bit more in the video. I'm just so glad to see them actually get to race. I really didn't think they'd get to race. I figured it'd been tomorrow morning or something. But, because it's just raining. I know a lot of people's upset. A lot of people this and that over what happened at the end, which we'll get to. But the race kind of was pretty much dominated by a few people. You had your regulars up there, at the end, like Jeff Gordon said, the cream rises top. You had, Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex and Kevin Harvick and, Chase Elliott, the regulars. They got there at the end where just made the right adjustments, and some made bad pit strategy and some didn't. And some of these guys staying out there, restarting third, fourth on 20, 30 lap old tires. I just, like you're going to be in the way, just pit. You're going to end up back in 15th anyway, so go ahead and pit. So, it's my take on that. It was a good race. I'm one of the fans right now. I'm just happy that NASCAR is back and we're getting to see races. My boy Truex, we ended up with another top 10, so we got 2 straight top 10s. Had a good day points wise, getting a lot of bonus points and stuff. We come in 11th. I haven't looked at it yet. We're probably about 8th, somewhere in there now. But just taking our time, getting the feel of things. People got to realize this is only a 6th race season. We're not like 15 races in like we should be. And plus, whenever you have a 10-week break like the guys had, they're all rusty right now. They don't have all their members at the track. They don't have this and that. So right now, just kind of a hit-and-miss thing. It's like show up and run what you got. And that's what these guys are doing. One thing I want to get to about this race, and I've noticed it this past Sunday, and NASCAR, they've got to start looking at this. Whenever somebody has a flat tire, these drivers are spinning themselves out on purpose just to get a caution. Matt Kenseth, for instance, he done it deliberately on purpose. Anybody could see that. A lot of them done it, but pretty much anybody that had a flat tire just spun themselves out to get a caution. And I really think NASCAR needs to look into that, because, let's watch the video. Matt Kenseth was driving straight. He did not. He could have drove it. Ryan Blaney had a flat tire worse than he did. He drove it right in the pits without even a problem. I really think they definitely have to start looking into that and saying, hey, if you spin yourself out on purpose, it's a 5-lap penalty. And it's just they're getting away with it, and they know they are, so they're doing it. Anybody that's been around the sport long enough knows what's going on with that situation. Now, let's get down to what people really wants to hear about, and that's the Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch thing. My take on it is, whenever Joey Logano wrecked Martin Truex Jr. at Martinsville, I was pissed. And learned by what people was saying. Hey, it's just racing. It was hard racing. My take on this Kyle Busch thing was, Kyle Busch misjudged where he was turning up the track. People done it all day long. You'd see them dart to their right there to try to get behind the car in there. Well, he knew there was only a few laps to go, so he tried to dart back in real quick to get back in line, and he clipped Chase and turned him around on the wall. It was aggressive, yes. Was it Kyle Busch's fault? Yes. But to me, Kyle was doing what he thought was right, and it was just racing. I know a lot of people will disagree with that because they hate him. It don't matter who it was, they're going to say that about him. And Chase Elliott's a great race car driver. He's one of the nicest guys in the garage. You know, I hate it for Chase. I hate it for his fans. But if that would have been anybody else, would we see this rage out of everywhere? No, we would. Because Chase Elliott is the new Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's popular. I mean, obviously, I think he's got a lot more talent than Dale Earnhardt Jr. had, but that's just racing. I'm just giving you my honest opinion on it. I'm not taking sides on either one. I'm just telling you what I thought happened. And it looked like Kyle just misjudged him and hit him. And even Kyle, you gotta give him credit. Even after the race, he said it was his fault. And it happens. That's racing. And you got to remember, these guys have been off for 10 weeks. They're just now getting back in the feel out of it. You go on the interstate after not driving for 2 months and get out there with people running 100 miles an hour and see how your reactions are. It's not going to be quite as good as what it was 2 months ago because you're not used to it. So that's just my take on it. A lot of people say whatever they want. You know, I didn't like it. I hated to see Chase wreck there. I feel sorry for the guy. But Kyle just plainly misjudged it and run into it. It was Busch's fault, but I think a lot of people don't like Joe Gibbs racing because we got so many talented drivers, and you know, we're a threat to beating Hendrick Motorsports and the Chevrolets, and people don't like that, and it is what it is, you know. I'm just enjoying the racing part of it. So anyway, we got the Coca-Cola 600 coming up. I don't see Chase bringing back any type of revenge on Kyle because he's going to be fined after flipping off Kyle. He'll probably lose points. He's going to hurt himself in the long run, and he's helping himself. So I'm sure Rick Hendrick's going to say, hey, you got to calm down. If he comes back and retaliates this Sunday, he could be suspended for a couple races. Don't expect it to happen. Chase is a really cool dude, and I think he'll calm down about it. And once he watches the replay, I think he'll understand exactly what Kyle was trying to do there. It's just one of them deals. So I can understand the frustration. I've been there before. I'm not putting nobody down for that, because in the heat of the moment, you get pissed if your driver gets wrecked. And so, yeah, that's what I think about it. But congratulations, Denny Hamlin, Joe Gibbs, the whole entire Joe Gibbs organization. I know a lot of people on the internet saying, well, we hate Joe Gibbs racing, this and that. Well, yeah, hate them all you want, but what did Truex or Eric Jones do, or Denny Hamlin? They didn't do anything else anybody else didn't do. They just raced hard and raced for the victory. That's what hurts NASCAR nowadays. Look at Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt done what Kyle Busch done 1,000,000 times. 1,000,000 times. And you know, got to have a villain in the sport. And Dale Earnhardt was the villain back in the day, and Kyle Busch is the villain now. That's just a part of racing. Dale Earnhardt would have probably approved what Kyle Busch done tonight. So, that's the way it goes. My take on it, guys. Everybody have a good one. And we'll be back, hopefully, maybe tomorrow night with Xfinity. And then Sunday, back strong with the 600. That's going to be a good one because it's a long race. And I also agree with a lot of people what they're saying on TV and internet. Give these guys an hour of practice. What is the difference between what they're doing now and that? Give them an hour of practice. I mean, come on. Use your head. It just don't make no sense what NASCAR is trying to pull with this. But it is what it is. Anyway, have a good one, guys, and congratulations, Denny Hamlin.